You catch me at the beginning of season 3. Now, if you've watched the last couple of episodes, you will know I had a significant problem with footage and losing a load, and it seems like my PlayStation and computer just don't want this series to succeed, you know? And I've lost some more footage the first couple of games from season 3, but we've only lost 2 games, and we actually did lose both those games, so you didn't miss much, guys. But I was in the background whilst we were between season 2 and 3, was doing a bit of wheeling and dealing, trying to find a good balance for this team, try and make some improvements on areas that I thought we could improve on, but also keep the stability that got us nearly into Europe last season. So here's the team that I'm going to be rocking with this season and some of the subs and players that I bought. So you'll see Iñaki Williams starting up front. He just has to be there. Like, he broke the Premier League goal scoring record last season, and he's 86 rated now, and he is just the best player we have on our team. We've kept Deulofeu. So at the end of last season, I talked about possibly moving Deulofeu on, but I thought, you know, he's been pretty solid for us, and he's chipped in with a load of goals as well. So that was really positive. And in central midfield, we're going to have a starting lineup of Jonathan Ikone, Matteo Guendouzi, and Federico Valverde. And you'll notice one name missing from that, and that is Abdoulaye Doucouré. So Leverkusen, no idea why Leverkusen came in with a £65 million bid for Doucouré. And Guendouzi is a player that I wanted to play a bit more in this next season. And so I thought, you know what, it's a good opportunity to get some money in the bag and also give Guendouzi a bit more time. And a lot of that money that we got went on this brand new signing for us, Watford, Hakim Ziyech from Ajax. Obviously, in real life, going to Chelsea in the summer, but we have purchased him. He's 28 years old, so he's probably a little bit older than I would have liked, but he can play kind of in that central midfield position as well as on the right, cutting in on that left foot. And we know what he can do in real life, so I'm hoping he can do the same for us this season. Back 4 is pretty much the same. The only kind of question, and this kind of came up through last season, was whether we play Max Aarons or Mark Navarro. And I'm going to give Max Aarons a chance, although based on the first 2 games, I'm not sure how long his chance will last for. And as you can see in goal, we no longer have Ben Foster. I thought it was time to move on. He was running out of his contract, so I let him go. I think he went to Sassuolo. But Dahlberg is not the goalkeeper I wanted. The actual goalkeeper I have bought from Bournemouth, and that is Aaron Ramsdale. But unfortunately, in pre-season, he got a 2-month collarbone injury, which is a bit of a shame and not something I expected. And so Dahlberg's going to have to start these first couple of months of the season until Ramsdale comes in. But you'll look on the benches as well, and we've got some new very interesting, I think, signings on the bench. One of them is Billy Gilmore. Obviously, in real life, he's doing really, really well, and a player that I want to train up in the game because I think he could really be a threat to those central midfielders if we train him up. Obviously, a really, really young player. We got him very cheap from Chelsea. And the other player we have is Gabriel Martinelli, who, again, we got really, really cheap from Arsenal. But another really, really good prospect. We obviously took Guendouzi from Arsenal, and now we've taken Martinelli. He can play, obviously, on the left to provide some challenge to Deulofeu, but can also play up front, which is why I made the decision to sell Penaranda, because I think Martinelli can be that backup striker to Williams should he get injured. Suso is an interesting one because, like, him and Ismail Assar, who obviously you'll notice isn't on the team anymore. He's actually gone to West Ham. That transfer was a bit of a mess. Don't ask too many questions. But Suso and Sarr were kind of battling, but Sarr kind of won out. But now we've gone and bought Ziyech, so I'm not really sure where Suso stands. So it'll be interesting to see what we do with him. I'm not 100% sure what we do with Suso this season. And then we bought Merih Demiral as a good backup to our centre-backs. So Diop and Holding, I want to be our kind of first-choice centre-backs, but I thought Demiral was a good option should one of them get injured or something. And then a player who I kind of gave a couple of chances to last season, but I want to see more and more of this season, and that is Dominguez Quinoa. Or Quinoa, sorry, not quinoa. He's not the food. But yeah, someone I want to see more of. 21 years old, a lot of promise there. And then again, Joseph Brekalo, who started to play a bit more as the season went on, and will provide a bit more challenge to both Deulofeu and Ziyech, who play on both sides. And actually, we can also play up front as well. So we got kind of what I wanted was versatile players. And I think that's what I've tried to buy here. And then on the reserves, we've got a couple of players. Jerome Sinclair has come back from loan. Adam Messina, who's our backup for Regulon. And then Tom Deli-Bashiru, who I think will be our kind of backup in central midfield should we need him. And then Wilmot, who we've just kept as an extra centre-back, just in case anything happens to both of our centre-backs. And we need to revert to a third or fourth centre-back, that is. So I've made some significant changes, but I've tried to keep like the core of the team, because I think what we did last season was really, really good. But as I said, yeah, we lost the first 2 games of this season. We lost them to, I think, West Ham and Tottenham. So we lost 3-0 away to West Ham, which, like, yeah, the less said about that game, the better. And then our first game of the season actually was a really difficult game against Spurs at home. We did only narrowly lose it 1-0, but it wasn't the best start to the season. So we find ourselves in the relegation zone. Familiar place for Watford in real life, but not where we want to be. Or we just find ourselves, just outside of the relegation zone with 0 points alongside the likes of Burnley, West Brom. So yeah, not where we want to be. Europe is 100% the ambition this season, and nothing. If there's anything short of that, I'm going to be leaving. I don't think we can do much more with Watford if we can't get them into Europe. So hopefully we can, fingers crossed, we can do that this season, and we're going to start off again in the game against Southampton. All right, in front of the home fans. The game against Spurs, we didn't give the fans what they wanted on the opening game of the season. And Iñaki Williams, as you can see there, has also been made captain. I think his performances over the last season have deserved him that. And I think he'll be a great captain for us. Oh, Jonathan Ikone works a nice angle. Closed down there by the Southampton centre-back. And he gets picked there. That's not the... we're building a bit of pressure there. That's not what we needed. Oh, Diop there. Cut out beautifully. Oh, but he's given the ball away. He did really, really well there. But he cuts it out again. Diop, the enforcer, in centre-back for us. Oh, good save from Dahlberg there. Not sure what we were doing. We're just messing around there.
He's put in the corner. Oh, what a touch by the defender. He was so quick to get.
It's gone for another corner. How did that one go for another corner? I thought that was just headed wide there by the Southampton man.
Here comes the corner. It's a very good clearance, and it was needed. And they're keeping the ball now, passing it nicely.
Oh, and they get the ball there to the edge of the box. Is that Redmond? Looks like we've become very soft at the back at the beginning of the season. No, it's Lamina. We've become a little soft at the back, and that proving like it's being a problem. We haven't scored too much enough. We haven't scored enough this season. Well, we haven't scored at all yet this season, but we've been conceding, and that's the problem. Maybe we need to change around tactics or something, but... Oh, Suso beats his man there. Beats his man again. Can he get a strike away? He can get his strike away, Suso. But palmed away by the goalkeeper there. It was a good run. First time he's really had that chance to run at the defenders. And there it is, half-time whistle. Didn't hear that as the referee, I thought, was blowing for another corner. But disappointing first half. We kind of dominated the ball, but they got that chance and they got their goal. So we're going to need an extraordinary second half here to make sure we don't go three games without a win. Oh, good run there by Reguilon. Can he get us crossing the box? Oh, Deulofeu was waiting there on the penalty spot for the cutback, but it was just cut out by the defender there. Oh! Iñaki Williams, how did that header go wide? Look, he got the header in. Oh, what was Valverde jumping over the ball there? All he had to do was try and get a touch. He wouldn't have been offside. But again, agonisingly close. But not in the back of the net for us. It looks like he's suffering from the same poor play as Jonathan Ikone. Ziyech this time loses the ball and Southampton are on the counter. I'm not sure why Valverde is tracking back. Not sure where Reguilon is. As they try another strike there. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, my God. Oh, I tried to roll the ball out too quickly. I rolled it out straight to the striker. Look at this. Oh, man. That is so annoying. Oh. Doesn't look like the rubber the green's going to fall our way today, unfortunately. And it looks like it's going to be 3 defeats to start the season. Oh, Nathan Redmond doing Max Aarons there. Can't be 3. We can't make it. We can't lose 3. No, not again. Oh, we have, as we went all-out attack, we've lost 3-0 again. Consecutive 3-0 defeats. Will we be one of the first managers to be sacked at the beginning of the season? We've obviously spent big money in the summer. Oh, and there's the full-time whistle. That was an abysmal performance. The second goal, all my fault. I will take that. We were still in the game when it was 1-0. But yeah, when we gave that second goal away, that was it. And then obviously the third goal, we just were all out attack. But that is not what we want to be seeing in this season. Not what we want to be seeing at all. Alright, so we got a bit of a rest break from the dismal Premier League season, and we got an EFL Cup game. This is the team I am going with. Lots of changes. Navarro into the team. Demiral on his debut. Martinelli also making his debut. Gilmore also making his debut. So lots of players making the debut. This strategy hasn't worked for me in the past, but hopefully it works this time. So let's jump into this game against Cardiff. Brekalo coming inside, getting his strike away. Oof! It was a vicious strike there from Brekalo. But, was it Neil Etheridge, I think he is? Who's the... Demiral getting the ball away. Yeah, there we go. Pen, yes! Penalty there as Demiral went to get his strike off. Trying to get his first goal of the season. Or first goal for us. And was fouled there by Patterson, I think it was. And it is Ziyech with his chance for his first goal. Oh, and it's saved by Neil Etheridge. It wasn't the most convincing penalty. He didn't bring enough power in it, but tried to go into the corner. And yeah, what would have been a great start to the game. Oh, win that header. Oh, ball nearly pinball in the penalty box after the corner. Surely got to be offside, ref. No, oof. That surely was offside, but the Cardiff striker there. Again, our defence looking very soft again. Maybe it's the tactics I'm playing. But,
he's normally got a cool head in those situations.
Oh, sets Martinelli through. Can he get his strike away? He can get his strike away into the corner. And for our first goal this season, it is a debut goal for Gabriel Martinelli on his left foot there. It was a nice little bit of play between him and Ziyech. I'm liking Ziyech more in this position than I have been liking him on the wing. But after that penalty miss earlier, that's exactly what we needed to get ahead. Hopefully now we can, once we're ahead, we can extend our lead.
Mark Navarro. Sinclair.
Oh, Suso works his way into the box there, cuts back. Can he get a strike away? He can get his strike away there. Maybe it's that position. Maybe we need a really nice, creative left-foot player in that midfield position. But Ziyech played well there. Suso's come on and scored from this position. Cuts back past his defender well there and was able to just finesse it into the far post. And that is his first goal of the season. Good to see Suso score, and I do like him as a player. So hopefully we can give him some more game time this season.
The crowd were baying for the striker to come on.
Oh, Suso picking the ball up. No, it's Martinelli. Martinelli goes for the strike. It's been a bit quiet since his goal. Martinelli. We'll bring on Max Aarons for the last 10 minutes here. Martinelli this time again on his left foot. But saved at the near post there.
Taken by Suso.
Oof. Comes out to Brekalo. Can he get his strike away? He could get his strike away, but it was blocked.
He'll need to try and get the ball back now.
Gets another strike away, but it's a tame one this time. Just along the floor to the goalkeeper. Martinelli with a strike, this time on his right foot. The ball was just a little bit behind him, but there it is. There is a full-time whistle. And we do get through to the third round, I think, of the Carabao Cup or the EFL Cup with a victory over Cardiff. That's what we needed to kickstart our season. Oh my God. I thought this was the case, but I wasn't sure. I saw a load of emails around rescheduled games, and I wasn't sure whether this whole FA Cup thing happened. But we are in Europe. Like, I thought I was wrong. What a surprise! What a fantastic surprise! We find ourselves in Europe. Like, what? Like, how did that happen? So we'll have a look and see if we can have a look at what our group is. All right, so here is our group. We got Frankfurt, which will be a very tough game, Standard Liège, and Tepe. Not sure who they are, but wow. Okay, maybe we may need to make some last-minute transfer buys on deadline day just to bolster our squad. I completely took me some. I thought we might have been in Europe, but I wish it gave you like some official confirmation being like, congratulations, you're in Europe next season. We didn't get that, but we have the great surprise to find out that we are in Europe. Oh man, that makes me so gassed. I'm glad we did that with Watford. So this season is going to be a lot more important than I thought. Balancing the league and the Europa League will be tough, but obviously we haven't won in the Premier League, so we got to solve that first before we think about anything about Europe. And so we're going to go with this team to play Arsenal away at the Emirates. Again, very tough game, but we can't go 4 games without winning. We just can't.
Barella has it, firing it towards goal.
And Nicolas Pepe there getting a shot in, but straight at Dolberg.
Relentless high pressing.
Oh, Hakim Ziyech cutting in on his left foot there. Can he bend one in the corner? Oh, the shot gets a deflection. I think it was off Ikone. And Bernd Leno there with a ridiculous save. Ziyech there showing what he can do on his left foot.
And Leno was ready. He made a top save. They pride themselves on keeping the ball out of the net.
Reguilon does well there. Can he get crosses to the box? He can get it. Oh, but it's just behind the defender. Deulofeu curl it in the top corner. Ah, he tries to finesse it.
Well, Derek, the stats tell you everything. I'm scratching my head.
Getting the ball out to Ziyech. Can he cut inside his defender? He can cut inside his defender. Can he get the ball through to Iñaki Williams? He can.
Maneuvering his way forward.
Can he get a strike away? Oh, deflected off the defender. Ziyech was asking for the ball back, but I don't think it was ever going to go back to him. Oh, Issa Diop there, shielding his man out. Aubameyang. No, ref, come on. That is rubbish. That is a rubbish call from the ref. Keeper. Oh, that was a very whipped ball there by Pepe, but too far from anyone there. Ah, Valverde. That was not the pass. And Diop has stepped up. Oh, no, Rob Holding. No, you can't. Oh, and Aubameyang has bottled it. Aubameyang has bottled it there. Tried to lob the keeper there. Guendouzi trying to get a strike away. Oh, Guendouzi against his former team there. Hits the crossbar. What a ridiculous shot. That was madness. So they're now breaking. We have to be careful here. Oh. Is that offside? I think it is offside. Oh, lucky we got away with that. We nearly went and scored up one end with Matteo Guendouzi, but we nearly went and conceded straight away again there. Can Ziyech. He's got the pace. Has he got the strength? He hasn't got the strength. And Mendy gets back there. Oh, Brekalo trying to get the ball into Iñaki. Oh. No! Oh, Reguilon. Oh. And the ball goes off. There's agonising at the end of the game here. Trying our best. And there it is, the full-time whistle. And it is a 0-0 draw. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. But we'll take it. We haven't. It's our first game that we haven't lost this season. Ziyech there at the beginning of the game tried to bend one in the top corner. It deflected off Ikone. But slowly, baby steps, right? Baby steps. We haven't lost this game. So we get our first point of the season. And there we have it. Well, we move outside of the relegation zone with 1 point. So onwards and upwards slowly. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I'm going to start the next episode with deadline data, so make sure you tune in to see whether we buy anyone or maybe we sell some people. I don't think we'll be selling too much, but maybe we make some maybe we make some purchases. So make sure you tune in to see who we buy or who we don't buy, and then we will hopefully be very soon be starting our European journey, which I'm super gassed for. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already, to make sure you follow the series and are notified when there's new episodes. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.